I've never really done anything quite like this before or been quite so out there about my faith, but with the crisis going on in the world, I just felt like now was the time to pin my colours to the mast. And I was inspired by what the Queen said when she said, when we look back on this disaster, we want to be proud of the way that we responded. And that's why I felt like now was the time to speak. And I woke up in the night just a couple of days ago and I had a message which I believe was from God. And I've had that before, but I've never really done anything with it. And this time I wanted to actually share that message with you. And I was thinking about this disease, this disaster that's going on, and I thought there'll be many people who say, well, where is God? How could God allow something like that to happen? And this is where I think that too many times we treat God like he's a genie in a lamp, that we just rub the lamp and out he comes and grants us our wishes. When things are good, we put him back on the shelf, but then something bad happens, we're like, get that genie and that lamp and let's try and sort this out. But God's not like that. We can't pick him up and put him down. He is an almighty God, the creator of the universe, an all-powerful being. We are not at his beck and call. And so first off, we've got a wrong impression of God. Secondly, I think we have a wrong impression of the devil. So if you have God on one side, devil on the other, too many people imagine him as this horny devil that, red, that you dress up as at Halloween, maybe a sexy devil, stuff like that, completely underestimating him. The Bible tells us that the devil comes to kill, to steal and destroy. He wants you dead, basically, in every way. Again, I've heard people say, oh, when I die, I want to go to hell. It's going to be really fun there. I think if you took one glimpse into hell, you'd realise it's a place that you never, ever want to go, and you never want anyone you know to go to. It is going to be full of pain, torment, torture. Why would anyone want to go there? So we have this battle, that I believe a spiritual battle, raging over the earth. And too many people have not decided which side they're on. Maybe they've never thought about it. Maybe you have thought about it and thought, oh, no, I don't believe in God. I believe that puts you in no man's land. You're not in anyone's army. That means you have no armour. So you're basically, effectively, naked in no man's land. Well, that's no good in the middle of a battle. And I think with this crisis here, it's time to make a decision, to decide which side you're on, to pin your colours to the mast. And this is where there's good news, because God says if you join his army, he will give you good things, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, a future. He promises a good future, the desires of your heart. He doesn't promise it to be easy. He said, he said any army, being in any army is easy, but he does promise to give us courage, strength to face the day, to battle on through, the tools that we need to fight each day. And just as ahead of Easter, it's interesting, Christmas is lovely, it's presents and family, it's all very fluffy food, babies being born. But we're about to come to Easter, and actually that's when the business was done. That's when God changed the future of our nation, our lives, our whole world forever, for good, and gave us a chance at redemption and an everlasting life. So now is the time to choose. And the way you can do that is to humble yourself and pray. And being humble isn't something that's maybe very cool, We're quite proud people, proud of our achievements, what we've done, what we've accumulated. To humble yourself isn't necessarily seen as great, but God asks us to do that, to admit that we haven't got it all right, to ask for forgiveness for salvation, and to pray. Pray for our NHS staff, all the key workers, all those on the front line. Pray for every single family that's lost a loved one, that must be grieving at this time. For anyone who's lost a business, pray for them or their livelihood. Pray for the government, that they will know how to bring us through this crisis. I just think now is the time to make a decision, to pin your colours to the mast. Thank you for listening.